Alright, today I'm going to try something different for me. I'm going to try my very first soaping video. I'm starting simple with 2 colors, and I'm going to do some piping on the top, hopefully. So we will see how this goes. So I'm already suited up. Long sleeves, long pants, my goggles, my gloves, ready to go. I've already got everything measured out here. Got my lye. So let's get rolling. I've already pre-measured this lye, by the way. I keep a spare jar to measure my lye out in. And this is how it starts. So I use a process called heat transfer. So I actually use the heat from this. As you can see, it's turning cloudy. That's because it's heating up to probably about 160 degrees right now. And I do it in small batches. Make sure all that lye is dissolved, and then I pour in some more. I actually need to replace this glass container with a proper container like my other ones. It's okay for a couple uses, but not great for long-term use. The lye will actually break down the glass and cause cracks. So it's actually advised to not use glass. So I will be getting that fixed. Alright. So that is all in there. I don't feel any crystals. There's a couple crystals stuck on the side, so we'll get those. But everything feels good and dissolved. Probably shouldn't do that. So I melt my hard butters. So this is my cocoa and, oops, I'm spilling. I did a triple batch this time, so I'll have enough for the piping on top. Just spilled my lye. Fantastic. This is why I don't do soaping videos. I'm actually a very messy soaper. Alright, so there are still some chunks in here. This is why I've started separating it. This takes quite a while for it to melt completely, whereas those are pretty much liquid already. And I found that I was getting some spots in my soaps. And turns out it's from the butters not melting correctly because I was just mixing them all together. So then I started separating out my cocoa and my shea butter, and those spots have mostly gone away. Alright, I got one big chunk here I'm trying to get, and then I'll mix everything together. And I just realized I need another bucket. I'll be right back. And back. So I'm only doing 2 colors, but I want to do my soap frosting. So in order to do those 2 colors, I need to separate my soap frosting off. So that way, you know, I've got soap frosting in the color I want it to be and not mixed. Alright, so these are going to splash a little bit. I just catch the big guys going down. I am not very ambidextrous, so sorry, a bucket will be in the way. Okay. So now I gotta make my 2 colors and separate off my soap frosting. But my soap frosting is going to be the same as one of my other colors. So let's see. Separate off my blue. And I'll mix up this color. So this will still look very white, but this mica has a really cool shimmer effect to it. So I'm really hoping that comes through well for this soap. Okay. I'm just going to do these by hand since I don't really want it to trace too fast, and I need to get my fragrance oil in still, and this might need a little bit more mica. I can see the shimmer, but I don't think it's going to come through as much as I want it to. So. And I added the lower end of the recommendations, so there would be room to do this. And oh my goodness, I've used almost all of that already. This is my first time using it. But that's okay. And this is something new I've started doing. I've got a little mini milk frother. So it actually mixes it in really well, gets all the chunks and kind of helps me see what it's going to look like in the soap. Feels like this is getting thick already. That's why I decided to do something simple. So now, for my blue. This is going to be a mess, I can already tell. I need bigger buckets. Okay, this is going to be a mess. I think I already said that. Okay. Now, I was going to put fragrance oil in this. I am really nervous. I did not account for that color in the liquid going in. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to separate off my soap frosting before I do any of that. Any more with that. Liters. That equals about another liter, so 4. So that 1 needs to be taken off. Do a little over. Alright, so that's going to be my soap frosting. So this will get, I've got 3 ounces. This will get 1 ounce. Yep, that's perfect. I don't know what I'm doing. That gets 1 ounce. Please don't spill. I just put air bubbles all in there. I knew better. I knew not to do that. This is also part of the reason I don't like doing stuff on camera. I make more mistakes. Okay. This is not a good idea. Oh, goodness. If I stick that in there, it's going to overflow. You can just stay in there. I might just have to lose some soap. This is not going to get... Yeah, I'm losing it already. This is not going to blend well like this. Messy Soaper! Maybe I should change my name. Alright, and here goes. Just need to get this. There's fragrance oil sitting right up here that does not want to come down and blend. Okay, that was not as horrible as I was expecting, but still a mess. Okay, so this has thickened up a little bit. Not terrible. Maybe I should do this from the other side, huh? So... Messy Soaper! This is ridiculous. I think something might be telling me I shouldn't have soaped today. Look at this. This is horrible. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Whoa. Goodness. This is ridiculous. Okay. Holy cow. It is a mess here. Mm. I think I'm gonna call that good enough. Oh my gosh. I almost overflowed that one. It is so close. So once that one sets up a little bit more, I'm gonna scrape a little off and give it to this one. Alrighty, I am back with my soap frosting. So, let's see how this goes. It's not quite set up completely, but I did a couple tests and it seemed to stay, so we'll find out. So I kind of want this to look puffy, like clouds. I think I'm accomplishing that. Maybe. Still pretty darn messy though. Now it's starting to set up a little better in my hand. I can feel it's getting thicker as I go along. Let's see how big of a mess this is going to be. Alrighty. So the shimmer is starting to come through like I had hoped for. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this biodegradable glitter. Whoop. Some spots will definitely be getting a little bit more than others, but that's okay. Not all of it stays on there anyways. Kind of looks like a whole bunch of white Hershey Kisses on top. Alrighty. I completely missed there. Alright. I think we'll call that good. So here we go. My little Hershey Kisses on top. Hopefully those sparkles are coming through. Really excited to see what it looks like with the color if it comes through. I'm just going to take that right off. Alright, I am back again with my Blue Moon soap. We're going to cut it today. So first we got to unmold this. I am actually at my candle making station today. I cleaned it up this past weekend, so that way I have more room, and it desperately needed it. So these colors turned out really cool. I'm excited to see what that white looks like on the inside, if it did the shimmer or not. Okay, I'm going to take off the first slice here, like I usually do. And let's see. So end pieces are usually a little messy. Still a tad soft, but that's okay. There we go. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm really liking this inside pattern. Sometimes it's just good to stick with something more basic. Don't really have too much to talk about in this video. I just went back to basics, did a very simple design, because I kind of wanted my main focus to be the colors and the scent and the piping. Oh, yeah, there's that end piece. And soap number 2. These slide out really easily when they're ready. When they are not ready, it is a fight to get them out. Then you just basically have to sit them down and say, okay, I'll come back later. I am not alone. The entire family is home today, working on their online school. Oh, there's a face in this one. Do you see it? I see it. Kind of looks like a lion. But yeah, virtual learning has been interesting. We are more fortunate than others, whereas we have very good internet, and my husband is the IT guy. So if we have any issues, it's just a phone call or you yell down the hallway with your problem and he'll come and fix it. So we are definitely very lucky in that aspect. Got some very cool swirls, and I'm really happy with this blue color. So this is my Blue Moon soap. I said it when I was making the soap, but this is actually the same fragrance as my Blue Moon candles. That's something I had played around with for a while before I actually started doing it. So once I got into soap making this year, I already buy skin safe fragrances. That's all I buy. And I can use those in my candles and in my soaps. So it just made sense. So this one has a very powdery, light feel. It says there's, oh goodness, I forget if it's patchouli or sandalwood in it. But I'll have the scent notes and everything in my listing like I do. But I'm very happy with this. It's just nice to do back to basics sometimes. But it's not quite basic because it got the fun piping on top. So, aha, got a little bit off of that one. I don't know, I'm going to have to clean that up. But there it is, and there's the hair. No more hair. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed my soap. I will have it uploaded sometime later today, so won't be too long.